Hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. It's a glorious Monday, isn't it? It's cooler here. It's only in the mid 80s and the humidity's not that high. I'm not mad, okay? I am not mad. All right, so yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. I went to my dad's because I wanted to take him his jalapenos, also known as jalapenos. Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Do y'all know Jeff Dunham? Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Anyway, he's a puppet, and he's a comedian, and he's hilarious. But anyway, I wanted to take those over to him. So while I'm sitting over there, minding my own business, I glance over to the right, and I'm like, hey, can I have that chest of drawers, also known as Chester drawers? And he looks at it and he goes, yeah, I guess. Well, can I? So I took the drawers out of that bad boy and I just picked it up and walked out with it. It wasn't very heavy at all. And I brought it home, and I have never been so happy in all my life to have a chest of drawers. My grandmother's, I can't show you because the room's still a mess because I'm still organizing. But I have her furniture from the 40s, and it didn't come with a chest of drawers. So anyway, this was in the living room because we took it down there when my mom was brought home so we could keep stuff in it, and it's just been there ever since. So isn't it pretty? And I love how it sits up off the floor. So I brought it in and I cleaned it and I put some lining in the drawers and all the things. Anyway, I'm so excited to have it, okay? It's amazing what makes you happy when you get older. Now, what was here was like a blanket chest, kind of like a cedar chest, but it's not made of cedar, it's just wood. And I brought that into the living room using my rolly cart. I can't remember what it's called, that thing, because I had all these blankets draped over my couch, and I was like, I don't need all of these blankets draped over my couch because I only want to have my pretty green Afghan draped over the couch right now. So I put the rest of them in that, so that all made me happy. That's how yesterday went. I worked all day today without my Band-Aid because typing is difficult with a ginormous bandage on your finger. Not sure if you're aware of that, but yeah. So I just took it off, and I've been trying to type mostly with my fingertip instead of my finger, but yeah, I couldn't really type wearing this, but I can just slip it back on just like that, and yeah, protect it when I need to protect it. So, okay, so you'll remember, I think it was in yesterday's video, or it might have been the day before, that I had showed Naomi the picture of the chunk, and she said it looked like a boob, okay? And I described it on the video. Well, you would know that I go on Facebook the next day, and they have advertisements, as the Brits say, or at least I heard one say it that way, advertisements, ads, as it were, for those boobs. So I just went to Amazon and took a quick pic of one just to sit it, pop in here so you could see it. But it reminded me of a jail story, which I've told before, but I have a lot of new followers, okay? And I'm going to try to keep this video shorter so that I don't have to speed it up. I find videos that have been sped up absolutely hilarious, but not everyone does. And I don't want to start doing that every day because I try to keep everybody happy, but that's dang near impossible. But I'm going to try to keep this one. I have to speed them up if I talk too long, because Facebook doesn't like long videos. They don't like long videos at all. And that's why my videos, that's one big reason why my videos aren't getting seen by so many, because 12 and 13 minutes is just far too long, okay? Anywho, I'm going to try to make this quick. So, I have this person come to jail. Now, remember, this is in the late 80s, early 90s. This wasn't popular. And for this little naive country girl, it was kind of shocking, okay? I'll just be quite honest with you, it was kind of shocking. So this lady comes in, and she has a police officer with her, of course, who brings her in. And at this time, we didn't have females at the jail I was working in. No, all the females went uptown to where they kept the women folk, okay? So I glance up at this beautiful woman, and I tell the police officer, hey, she needs to go uptown. And he said, no, she doesn't. Yeah, she does, because we don't house females out here unless she needs a INX Test, which is for DUI, driving under the influence. I use this to raise and lower my window. Brilliant, I tell you, because I can't reach. But anyway, oh, I'm about to choke myself out with a string. Get off of me. Anyway, leave it alone, Tracy. So I was like, does she need an INX test? No. I said, then she needs to go uptown. No, she doesn't. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I'll play your silly game, because she can't stay here. So then he tells her, go ahead and remove everything that God didn't give you. And I thought, well, except for your clothes, of course. And I thought, well, that's a very odd way to say that, because we usually just say, take everything out of your pockets. Well, she reaches inside her shirt, and she pulls out those fake boobies, and she throws them on the counter where they sit and jiggle for a few seconds. Oh. Then she removes her wig, and the false eyelashes and all the things. And I was like, oh, wow, you're really pretty. So then you have to ask them the awkward part of, I mean, have you had surgery yet? Like, down there? Because when they come in with the parts that God did give them, that makes a difference on where they're housed, okay? So we have to ask them, because if they still have their boy parts, then they have to be housed with the boys, even if they like to dress up like girls. I mean, nowadays, I don't know what they do with them. We did have a special area that we put them in just so they wouldn't get used and abused, especially if they were halfway done. You know what I'm saying? We had one guy that came in all the time. His nickname was Coco. And Coco had both. Like, he still had his boy parts, but he had surgery up top. So he had to be put in an area where he could be alone, because he would be all the guys' favorites, if you know what I'm saying, because he had the girl parts up here, but he would have to be with the boys, or else he would be all the girls' favorites because he had boy parts. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what his preference is, because it wouldn't matter. Even if he liked boys, he would still be with the girls. You know what I'm saying? Because There's reasons why we can't serve certain foods in jail. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Speaking of cucumbers, Naomi came over the other day and she saw this zucchini on my counter. Speaking of zucchini, and she said, "Can I have this cucumber?" And I said, "Well, it's not a cucumber." She said, "Yes, it is." I said, "No, it's not. Cucumbers don't have things like this, okay? That's not a cucumber, it's a zucchini." She said, "What's a zucchini?" I said, "Have you ever had squash?" And she said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, it's kind of like squash. It's zucchini. You cook it. Unlike cucumbers. I mean, maybe you can cook cucumbers, but I don't. But you cook these. You don't have to." Anyway, that's enough about cucumbers and zucchinis. But, yeah, that's why we don't feed certain things in the jail. Like zucchinis. Anyway, that's enough for this video, okay? Because I'm on the verge of embarrassing myself, okay? Yeah. And this one won't have to be sped up because I finished in time. I'm not going to say it. Okay. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. Hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Toodles, my noodles. Stay silly, my friends, and smile. Piss people off, make people happy, or just make them wonder what you've been up to. Okay? Goodbye.